Hi and welcome to Ambrosia's YouTube channel. My name is Bhavya Desai and today is all about vodka. So this being our first video on this channel, we were wondering what would be a good and essential video to do, and we thought that why not come up with an idea wherein we taste the best vodkas under rupees 1000. So the idea of this video actually is to just subjectively taste each of the vodkas which come under this category, and we tried getting our hands onto the best ones that we could. Now this by no means is obligatory in terms of if these are the best ones in the market. As you know that the vodkas are always very subjective and the taste itself is also a very subjective matter. So I'll actually be tasting all of these vodkas and samples purely from a perspective of how an amateur or a consumer will taste, and at the end of all of that tastings I will decide which one is my personal favorite one and why I liked it. So as some of you might already know, vodka usually is made out of grains, or in some cases it's also made out of corn, and in really outside chances potatoes are also something which you used when it comes to making vodkas. Coming closer to the Indian market, vodkas are really popular with a lot of millennials, a lot of youngsters. They do tend to mix it with some sort of a aerated drink and consume it. In fact, vodka is also used a lot when it comes to making cocktails. So that is in general sense why we chose vodka, because it's a popular category and also it's something that usually people do tend to start off with. Like for example, when I started drinking, I actually started with beer and I soon migrated in the next few months to vodka. And I had vodka for almost about a few or 2 or 3 years of my life, which is when then I migrated on to whiskey. The first sample was OPM, which is priced at approximately 650 to rupees 800. This is sample number 1 ideally, and that's what I'm going to have now. It's quite smooth. I'm not really sure if it's actually grain based or not, but it seems like it's been distilled quite well, and frankly it really is quite nice on the palate. There is really no afterburn as such, because a lot of times when you have vodka there genuinely is some sort of afterburn as well, especially if it's not really distilled well. So yeah, I mean that's my thought about sample number 1. The second sample was titanium vodka, which is priced at rupees 770. So this is sample number 2 that I'm tasting. So this is a lot more stronger as compared to the sample number 1 that I tasted. This definitely has a little bit more of hint of alcohol as well. I'm surely getting a little bit more of ethanol as well on this one, which is the reason why it just seems very strong. Okay. The third vodka was Clock Tower vodka, which is priced at rupees 680. So that's sample number 3 now. Well, this surely seems like a really nice one, which is kind of distilled quite a bit. It's a lot smoother as well. I can see that it's quite clear as well, so I'm assuming that this probably is more of a triple distilled or double distilled vodka. Honestly, it's actually quite nice. The body as well is quite good. The next vodka was London High vodka, which is approximately priced between rupees 500 to 600. So this is sample number 4 now. So this in terms of aroma as well seems a lot less stronger as compared to the previous ones that I've tasted. For example, the one which was brought out, number 2, the second to me was actually quite strongest amongst the 3, and this essentially was pretty smooth, and this was the lightest, but this even seems lighter than this. The aroma of this actually seems quite light, but honestly, when you're actually downing it, it just seems a lot more stronger as compared to the previous ones. But there's definitely a lot of hint of afterburn on this after you've already downed it. So yeah, it's surely different. Green apple vodka, which is priced at rupees 720. All right, and this is our final sample for the day. Oh, this is definitely a flavored vodka. I'm definitely getting some sort of a green apple. Yeah, there's definitely green apple in this for sure. In terms of the aroma, it's actually really very poignant. But in terms of taste, I think it's a lot stronger as compared to most of them. My favorite out of all of these is, I mean, it's really difficult to choose. Honestly speaking, if you taste any one of these normally, then you would hardly be able to tell the difference, except for the ones which the fifth sample which I tasted over here. That definitely is a flavored vodka. It just seems like a lot of aroma of green apple to me personally, but most of them were very similar in terms of body as well as taste. But my personal favorite was the sample number 3. The reason for this is because I thought that it was really very smooth. It had good texture. As a consumer, I think when I drink something, it's very important for me to not to feel that it's a lot more smoother in terms of my taste, personal taste, and I felt that amongst all of these, the sample number 3 was the smoothest one, and that personally I like the best. Wow. Okay. So the best one basically is, which I chose as per my personal taste, was Clock Tower vodka, and as I mentioned, it actually has, it's 7 times filtered, which is good. So personally, the reason why I liked it is because it's so it's just so smooth, it's subtle, and that's pretty much what my taste is when it comes to vodka. I don't like, personally, I don't like any vodkas which really hit you on the nose and definitely gives you a lot of afterburn. Those are products which tell me that it has a lot of ethanol or alcohol content, and I don't really prefer those. So that was my choice for the best vodka under rupees 1000, and that was sample number 3, and which is basically a Clock Tower vodka. That's the 7 times filtered vodka, and we hope that you like this video. There'll be many more which will be coming from our end. So until next time, drink responsibly.